This is Music Wars Empire. It's a text-based sim, no flash graphics, pretty similar to Hollywood Mogul, Total Extreme Wrestling, or Chart Wars. The game comes with an editor which allows you to edit pretty much any aspect of the game. Um, the purpose of this video is to give new players an idea of how the game works. So I'm going to start a new game. Here you see the character creation screen. Here you enter the name of the player, or the character that you'll use throughout the game, and select a picture or portrait here on the right. You can choose the game currency using dollars, euros, pounds, or any of the other ones listed here. You can also set the game difficulty if you want a less or more challenging experience. When starting a new game, you either create a new record company or manage an existing one. For this video, I'll manage an existing one. Okay. Here you select which label you'll manage. Some labels are bigger, have more money, and accept any genre, while some are smaller, more specialized, and have less money. And you have the option of either being CEO or manager of the company. If you're only a manager, you'll have less control than if you were the CEO. For example, you can't manage multiple labels, even though that's a feature, if you're only a manager for an existing label. For this video, I'm going to choose Pop Sounds and manage it as, or run it as a manager. Okay, this is the main menu screen where you get a glimpse of everything that's happening in the game world. The chatter feature over here to the right allows you to choose among different news outlets to see what's happening in the game world for a particular genre. So right now we're on Rock News, and you see a media report on the band Snakeheart's mediocre performance in his latest tour. Award nominations for the band Duck Before You Crawl. Apparently they were nominated 3 times at this year's Video Music Awards. Great for them. Dog Like Days, I guess, got booed off the stage in Brazil. Not so good for them. So basically, the news feed shows a report on the latest music festivals, concert tours, random events, and performances from bands. You'll see a smiley face when a band performs well and it's reported by a chatter fan, and a frowny face when they don't perform so well. If you look to the bottom left, you notice the players assign goals, which can increase or decrease the player's reputation depending on if they're completed. Music Wars is a turn-based game. Each turn you set an agenda or schedule for your band and advance to the next week by clicking this button. In this video, I'll take you through the steps for releasing a single. Just a note, the game loads pretty fast, about 3 to 5 seconds on average, so it's much faster than previous games in probably any music sim. This is your office screen. Here you see a bunch of options that pertain to the upkeep of your label. To the left, you see quick access to your bands and their current activities. To the right, you see options relating to the business management and creative functions of your label. For example, you can start a new subsidiary label or independent label. You can hire a new staff member to manage some of your bands or all of your bands if you want. You can call a creative meeting to see how your bands stand in relationship to one another on a variety of metrics. Okay, so I'm going to call a creative meeting. The creative meeting screen allows you to see where your bands stand in relation to one another by how popular they are, the creative skill, their marketability, and their potential. So I'm going to click on most hyped. Here I'll pick the artist I want to release a single with, and choose Lucy Morton. This is Lucy Morton's band profile. You can find out everything you want to know about a band from their profile screen. You see, Lucy isn't very popular in the US, but I want to try to see if I can get her to at least chart on the US singles chart. I'll also give you a quick look at the relationship screen. Every band is related to one another to some extent in the game. Bands have social networks that make it likely or less likely that they'll encounter each other in random events or collaborate together on music projects. Bands increase their social networks by attending the same music events, such as festivals, award shows, and opening for each other on tour. There are two different views. You can see how they're related together as an act, or check out the artist view. You can also use color mapping to show how well the artists get along. Okay. The activity screen is where you assign your band's tasks for the upcoming week. You can record a new album, schedule a new release, film a music video, book media appearances to promote a record, send your band to practice their skills, create a set list for a tour, and arrange a tour to earn more revenue. So I'm going to assign Lucy to work on a new album. This is the new album screen. Here you choose the songwriters, producers, themes, recording studio, and timeline for the project. So since Lucy has creative control, she's automatically a songwriter, so I'm going to just leave that here and pick a producer. Here Lucy doesn't have any production ability, so it wouldn't make sense to assign her as a producer, or else the songs would probably turn out pretty terrible. Here I'll just randomly choose and pick the first one. And I guess I'm going to turn a pop producer, 47 production ability, which isn't bad. Next, I'll choose the themes for the record. You can choose multiple themes for the record. You're usually pre-assigned a theme, and I guess here I was pre-assigned summer, but I'll get rid of that. And choose breakup songs and addiction for this record. Next, I'll choose a recording studio. The higher quality recording studios cost more money. Finally, I have to select the production schedule, which will basically determine how quickly the record will be finished. Records produced on a shorter timeline tend to have less quality, so players should probably keep that in mind. For this video, I'll select the rush schedule, but just to break it down, Blitzkrieg produces records in about 2 weeks, barring any delays, which I'll explain in a second. Rush takes about a month. Standard, about 2 to 3 months. Free range is about 6 months, and laissez-faire takes about a year for the album to complete. Since this is a short video, I'm going to use the Rush production schedule. I would use the Blitzkrieg because that's even faster, but I'm trying to break onto the US market, so I should try to at least have some kind of decent quality record to release. So I'm choosing Rush. Finalize. So right now I'm going to sim through to complete the album. When your bands work on albums, sometimes development issues will come up which delay its progress or require you to pay more money in order to complete it. You might also get development offers from record producers and songwriters trying to sell their work in exchange for a record advance or contract singles. Contract singles require you to release the record as a single sometime in the game. Here is the pending decision screen where you get offers. This is actually where you would get development offers from record producers and songwriters. But you also get performance invitations for festivals and music videos, award shows. And here it looks like I got one for Lucy to perform at the English Choice Awards, and of course I'm going to accept. Maybe you'll also get to see a development offer come through, but we'll see. So far, nothing on that front. which means it's good. It means that the album's developing smoothly. This is the release screen. Here you see you have options to release records, different release types, which I'll explain in a second, and you have the option of using collaboration or remix to remix or have other artists collaborate on a record. Here, I'll show you, as you can see, you can use the relationships feature to have an artist collaborate on a record, but for this video, I'll just focus on releasing a single. So usually it's best practice to choose the song with the highest quality. For this, it seems as though Get Me Out, or Gotta Be You, or Where, or some of these other songs down here are all tied for the highest quality record. So I'll pick I'm Still in Love, Addiction Song, click through. If you want, you can change the name of the record, but I'm not going to here. You can also set the release date for the record. You can stagger the release date so they don't all have to be on the same date if you have a strategical method. For this, I really just want to focus on releasing in the US. So this is going to be a US only single. Physical units don't really sell that well in the US, so I'm not going to produce any for this. Word of mouth. This is the marketing screen, and you can choose to put money into promoting a record. I think because Lucy is pretty virtually unknown in the US, I'm going to put a lot of money in promoting the single there and seeing how it does. Okay, so I'll send through now and see how it fared. Okay, in its first week, Lucy's song I'm Still in Love sold 237 copies, so it didn't do very well. But in the US, it takes a while for singles to gain momentum, so that might change in the coming weeks. You see, you also have a critic rating here and a fan rating. It's pretty similar, so turns out that the addiction theme didn't turn out so well for Lucy. You can also shoot music videos to help your records do better on the charts, but for this video I won't. I will, however, book media appearances to hopefully boost Lucy's profile in the US. So it doesn't look like Lucy's going to break into the US. So how about we release in a different territory just to make ourselves feel a little bit better. So I'm going to send her into Canada, and hopefully she'll do a little bit better there than she did in the US. So that's set to come out June 9th, a couple weeks from now, and I'll report back. Okay, this is the release week. Let's see if Lucy charted in Canada. Hopefully she did. Okay. This Canadian chart. Okay, it doesn't look like she charted in the top 20 if she did chart, but let's see if she charted anywhere. This is dark. Okay. Oh, she did. She debuted at number 25 in Canada, so much better showing than the US. Let's see how the US chart is looking. Still not there. I think she might be bubbling under the US chart. You can click on a record to see where it sits by, go back to 25. Still clicking. And where's Lucy right now? 394. So actually there's a chance that she'll break into the US next week. But for this video, I just wanted to show you how to release a single. And maybe I'll make another video if there's more interest. Let me know in comments. Thanks for watching. Please support the game on Steam. And that's it. Signing out.